So this morning I came across the type of post that has you think to yourself, you know what? If the earth was hit by a meteor today, it may not be the worst thing to happen. You know what I mean? Sometimes you come across one of those types of messages, those types of pieces of content where you just think to yourself, if World War III really is here, if we have arrived, and this means like complete and utter annihilation, just full blown nuclear wipeout, is it really the worst thing? Now, of course, I don't wish this on any of us, but I'm just saying, I'm just throwing it out there because ain't no damn way. Let me go ahead and read this for y'all. Like nail money, hair money, lash money, question mark. You want to be around a bee looking good all day, but can't even send a little money to keep her up to par. You're a bum. Okay, let me break this down because this is quite a complex dialect. I believe it's a combination of ratchet ghetto with a little bit of English in there. So let me go ahead and break this down for y'all. Let me actually bring this back up. So she is stating that, well, this is kind of like a mating call almost. Well, a call to your pocket, your wallet, your bank account. So she's saying nail money, hair money, lash money, question mark, right? She's like, where's the money? This is her mating call. Then she says, you want to be around a bee, you want to be around a lady. That's replacement for the B word. Looking good all day. So you want to be around a woman who looks good all day long, but you are not willing to essentially pay for her in order to look good. You're a bum. So in essence, this is a woman who is calling you broke for not giving her money. So this is likely a broke woman who wants to do her nails, her hair, and her lashes, who is calling you broke if you are not willing to fund her cosplay, her costume. Let's get into it. Ladies, I don't know which straight man convinced y'all of this, but I have not yet met a man. And I'm not talking about, a dude who's just running around willing to just lay up with whatever. I'm talking about a man stable in his ways. Provider, protector, has values that he actually stands on. That's the business that he stands on. He has morals, a man of integrity. I've never met one who says, you know what I need in my life? I need a woman with some fake lashes, with a weave, and with fake nails. Not once. As a matter of fact, I've never heard a man say, you know what I love? I love a woman with a BBL. I need me a fake body. I need a fake face. Give me the perked out Drake lips. I need all of that. Not once in my entire life have I heard those words leave a man's mouth. And yet, y'all continue to invest in this nonsense. So that has me thinking that it's not about the man actually, but instead it's about maybe proving something to the women around you. Maybe it's some sort of status symbol. Look, I got this fool to pay for all of this, to pay for my costume, and he's willing to spend more on my costume than your fool is willing to spend on your costume. Because in all honesty, all reality, a man would simply want you to stay in shape, to take a shower and brush your teeth. Like, if we're going to keep it all the way thorough, just keep yourself in decent shape and don't stink. That simple, that alone is going to go so far. We're not even getting into the world of makeup and how you're dressing. We're not even getting into any of that. Now, see, there's no lashes there. There's no nails. There's no weave. None of that exists in that equation. And so I happened to also come across this post, I believe in the last 2 days, and I was holding on to it, but I think it is most relevant now with this conversation. Why would women or a woman have this sort of mentality? Why does she want her man, the man that she loves, to essentially be her, to be her financier, right? To be the equivalent of her banker. And I believe this woman right here has the answers to exactly that. So I'm going to go ahead and give her the floor. Let's get into it.
You know what's crazy though?
That's crazy.
Those women that care and watch how much money you spend and how much money you spending on them, they don't like you. Because a woman that likes you don't want you to spend all your money because she's mindful of the union and the partnership that y'all are building.
There it is.
If that woman is like, ooh, like women that are like, ooh, I need to get my hair and my nails done. Why is your hair and your nails not already done? This should be a lifestyle. Like if you literally, it's one thing to be like, oh yeah, because I have an appointment from here. I'm going to get my hair done. It's one thing to be like, oh yeah, I have my hair appointment. I have zero expectation for a man to be like, oh, here you go. You got to, no. Now, if it happens, I love that for me, but it's not an expectation because it doesn't need to be. So I personally feel like us ladies, we got to get it together.
I'm sorry. And I have to say this. Most of the women who actually talk like the one in that tweet, the 50, I'm not going 50-50 with no man. He got to, most of them are the ones who are not actually getting chosen. Let's just be real. Most of the ones who won't go 50-50 are currently paying 100-0 for a dude who doesn't even want them. There's a dude at their crib right now. She paid for his PlayStation 5. And the games that went along with it. She's paying for the roof over his head, the food that goes into his stomach. He meets none of the 6 criteria that she claims to have. And she's going 100-0 with that dude. Yet she's going to announce to the world that she's not going to do no 50-50. He's got to come and pay for it. Most of them are bluffing, just straight up. Like real wives, not real wives, but real wives. Deep it. Understand that a relationship is a union. Sometimes he's up, you're down. Sometimes you're up, he's down. Right? There was times in the beginning of my relationship where I was on my ass. I had nothing. I mean, I had the hustle and the ambition. I was willing to go get it, but I was building. And sometimes wifey had to cover the expense for that and a little bit of that and a little bit of this. But now I'm up and I can cover all these things. I got it like that. But it's not this thing of you are a utility for me to use. You are something to use. No woman who actually loves you, cares about you, sees you in that way. She'll be with you if you were living under a damn bridge, if she for real believes that you, loves you, is bonded to you. So she's spitting right here. She is spitting. Now, I know she's got the fake lashes, weave, and somebody else's face on, but, broken clock, right? What did they say about the broken clock? It's right at least 2 times a day.
Together because it's that standard that's making men think that the transaction is okay. We hold the standard. It's all up to us at the end of the day as women, and we got to stop being so doggone cheap.
Because we see the clips of like, oh, what you going to do for me? What you going to do for me? What you going to do for me?
And then women will be like, well, I took my time to get ready. That man has time too. He took time out of his day to make sure that he prepared something. Hopefully he put some effort in. It's not just going to a thing. But this is another thing, too, for the ladies that are listening. We got to be mindful that men with money, I'm doing air quotes right now, men with money or real men with money, a lot of the times what they're doing is just what they do. You are not special. So someone may think, oh, my God, he flew me on a jet, or oh, my God, he flew me first class, or oh, my God, we went to this 5. You are not special. You insert girl here at this point, So I feel like we got to get really clear. Special. So someone may think, oh my God, he flew me on a jet, or oh my God, he flew me first class, or oh my God, we went to this 5-star restaurant. Baby, that's what he does. You are not special. You insert girl here at this point, So I feel like we got to get really clear on what does each side have to offer. Are you looking for a dating experience, which is fine, or are you looking for partnership in life?
Ooh, I answered that for him. Most of the women that move like the one who expressed herself in that earlier tweet, they don't know what they're actually looking for. They're confused. They're lost. They are sheeple. They are the blind leading the blind. They lack leadership and guidance. They don't know. They never had the example at home. They don't know what a man actually looks like. And so they think, well, shit, I might as well just get something out of this. Since every dude I've dealt with, I didn't get nothing out of that. I might as well get something out of it. Right now, I do want to just break this down as far as the actual gold digger type. Most of them are people who grew up in scarcity. And so their value system is based off of material possessions. And then you also have the other side who may have been raised around money. This is far and few between, but raised around money, and they see, gift giving or things being given to them as an expression of love. When in reality, 9 times out of 10, that's not the case. Anybody can buy you something. Who's actually willing to invest into you mentally, emotionally, as well as physically? And physically is always the easiest out of all of those. Unfortunately, we've gotten to a place where, a woman will lay up with a dude before she is willing to emotionally invest. A dude will lay up with a chick before he even knows her last name. These are the facts. But yeah, it was mind blowing for me to also see the response to that tweet more than anything else, that there were people who were yas queening that message. They want us to look good, then they got to pay for this. And nobody asked you to be doing all of that in the first place. No straight man is wanting you to put on this cosplay outfit. We would rather have you in your natural beauty. And I do believe that all women have their own natural beauty that would be appealing to a man. But then some of those women are also looking for this synthetic, made up caricature in their head. It goes both ways, right? There are some dudes who do have these expectations, but when it comes to reality, we really want to be with long term with the person that we trust, that we know we can trust with our eyes closed and our back turned to them. Somebody who respects us, values us, somebody whose eyes are on us, just like y'all love. Just like, ladies, do you not want that man to be your man, or do you want him to be everybody's man? It's the exact same thing for fellas. So any woman who will see you simply for that bag, what can you do for her? Yeah, she sees you as those greenbacks or as those blue bills. She sees you as a bank account, not as a human being. It is wild out here. Again, I'm glad that I'm locked up. I knew exactly what I was looking for, and so did she, and we found each other. Case closed here. But for those who are out there, I say you got to get to a place where you are so secure in yourself. You have such a deep level of self-respect, because you will get finessed out here. If you are desperate, thirsty for just a little bit of attention, oh my God, the things that you will do in order to just satisfy and get a little bit of validation from a woman like this. A dude is watching this. He's looking at this tweet right here, and he's thinking to himself, man, if I just buy her some, I Venmo her real quick. If I just Venmo her real quick, a little bit for some nails, a little bit for some hair and the lashes, and I could get some, because she won't see me as a bum. This is sorcery. This is witchcraft. That's what she's doing right here. She is casting a spell on some of y'all fools. This type of woman who shames you. You're a bum if you don't do this. You're not enough of a man if you don't do that. Real men do this. Real men do that. Don't look at what the hell they're saying. Always look at what the hell they're doing. That goes on both sides, for men and women. What are they doing on a consistent basis? What have they done? She's telling you that these are the expectations she has in a relationship, but look at the people that she's been with in past relationships. Let's be real. I need a man who earns this, who does this. Okay, let me see the bank statements from your past relationships. Who are they? Where were they working? What were they doing? I'm not going to be the dude that's played a fool here. I'm not the one. And for me, that's an immediate red flag. If somebody's showing up and the first thing they want to know is about financial, as far as what I can do for them right here in the immediate, it's one thing to say, okay, is this guy going to be stable? Is this guy going to have enough of a foundation to where I can raise my children and not worry that we're going to be kicked out of our home every 6 months? I can get that. I can deep that. But that's not what this is. She's talking about, no, you need to pay for my costume. You need to pay for my cosplay so I can go out into the world and so I can, get all the attention that I'm thirsting for as well. That's half of the equation, by the way. Your wife is asking you for BBL. It's because she wants to be seen out there. It's a God honest truth. No, you don't like to hear it. She can't accept her natural physical body even though you accept her and you love her. It should be enough that, the man I desire cares for me. But it's not enough. She wants everybody else's attention. That type of woman. Or I use the term woman very loosely. That type of female. But a real woman, a lady, she's not going to move through life that way. She's decisive. She is not wooed and swayed by the trends of the day. Oh, let me change this up because all the women are doing this. Oh, man, I don't know. Should I really like him because other women aren't really like it? I have been in spaces where I have seen this happen in real life. Women in a group. There's a dude who one of them is, she's feeling. She asks the other friends, is he cute? Is he cute? They all look, oh, well, I think he's cute. One says it, two said, three said, all of a sudden now, oh, yeah, he is. There's a consensus, right? The committee has agreed. And so now she can indeed move forward instead of thinking for her own damn self. So shout out to every single woman who thinks for her own damn self. I'm gonna take the last few moments to celebrate y'all. Shout out to y'all who are not in this hive mind, in this group think, and you can't break out of that psychosis. You guys are the miracle workers. You guys are the ones that are keeping this entire thing functional. If more people were independent thinkers, more people would be in satisfying and happy relationships. Simple. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Now, if you'd like to stay around, make sure to click that little subscribe button down there, or you can show some love by going to the description below and clicking on the button titled Buy Me a Coffee. Leave a little something there, or click on the Cash App. Leave a little something here. Till the next time, peace.
I fell in love with the sunshine. I fell in love with the light. I fell in love with the full moon. I fell in love with the night. But I can see the light again. I can see the light. You can see the life in him illuminate the night. I know the time is taking a 3, 6, 5, that's a full rotation. I see you looking up, you know them constellations. Constantly gazing like house of praises, you get to praising.